You've probably heard the name Harry Styles. He's the current real big thing in popular music. It's not surprising given that Styles' albums have set numerous records. If you're a fan of heartthrob Harry Styles, we've brought you Harry Styles' net worth. How did he make his fortune? So stay tuned! Harry Styles' early life and career in One Direction. Harry Edward Styles was the second and only child born to Anne Twist and Desmond Styles in Redditch, Worcester, England, on February 1st, 1994. He grew up in Cheshire and attended Holmes Chapel Comprehensive School. That was where his music career began. His band, White Eskimo, won a Battle of the Bands contest. Several years later, in 2010, he was working at a bakery when his mom suggested that he try out for Season 7 of the British reality series The X Factor. As a soloist, he didn't make the cut. Later, he was grouped with 4 other boys, Lewis, Liam, Zane, and Neil. And they qualified for the group category under Simon Cowell's supervision. Styles came up with the name One Direction, and they thrived on The X Factor together. Their fan base grew, and they ended up finishing 3rd that year. Being part of One Direction brought him fame and fortune. Some of their hits include Live While We're Young, Little Things, Best Song Ever, Story of My Life, Drag Me Down, and History. 1D sold more than 70 million records worldwide during their time together. The boy band was the first group ever to have its first 4 albums debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. In addition to being chart-topping singles, their songs won 5 Billboard Music Awards, 4 MTV Video Music Awards, 5 American Music Awards, and 6 Brit Awards in January 2016, allowing all members to pursue other projects. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also hit the notification bell to stay updated. Career after hiatus and net worth. Number 1. Albums and tours. According to Celebrity, Harry Styles is the richest musician in the UK, according to the Sunday Times Rich, with an estimated net worth of £100 million, $124 million in 2022. The hiatus didn't stop the artist from making music and exploring other things the world offered. In 2017, Harry released his self-titled debut album featuring the hit singles, Sign of the Times and Kiwi. His new sound led him to sell nearly 1 million tickets on his solo tour. He's since gone on to release a second album called Fine Line, which includes the hit songs Watermelon Sugar and Adore You. He released his much-anticipated 3rd studio album titled Harry's House on May 20th, 2022. His latest single, As It Was, is already a world record holder for daily streams across multiple platforms, debuting in its first week with 43.8 million plays. Like most music artists, Harry Styles earns a lot of his money through touring. He is known for putting on a flamboyant pop solo performance, and some may say he has the best pop solo performances ever. His sets are very theatrical, and his wardrobe can sometimes be outrageous. It is estimated that on his most recent tour, he averaged an impressive $2.25 million per night. Now that his tour has been extended, that number is probably even higher, with some estimates claiming that he'll bring in about $76.5 million from the 34 new tour dates that have been added. That's a lot of money. Number 2. Acting career. Beyond his musical endeavors, Styles has also dabbled in acting, making his film debut in Christopher Nolan's 2017 World War II drama Dunkirk. While it was rumored that he would be playing Prince Eric in a live-action remake of the classic Little Mermaid, Styles said no to the Disney project. He explained to The Face that him taking on Prince Eric had been discussed, but he ultimately turned down the role. He said, "I want to put music out and focus on that for a while." Another casting rumor that Styles touched on was that he had auditioned for and been rejected for the role of Elvis Presley in a recently released biopic. He said to The Face, "I feel like if I'm not the right person for the thing, then it's best for both of us that I don't do it, you know? Elvis was such an icon for me growing up." The Carrie Diaries' Austin Butler, who's currently dating Kaya Gerber, ended up landing the role instead. He's also expertly cast in the film adaptation of the beautiful yet tortured Bethan Roberts novel, My Policeman. And as most sentient humans know, Styles also starred opposite Florence Pugh in the 1950s-era psychological thriller Don't Worry Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde, and slated for release in September 2022. Number 3. Real estate. For much of his adult life, Styles seemed to be more of a renter, albeit in posh London and New York pads. He bought his first home in London for $4 million in 2012, and then he bought homes for himself across the pond. In 2014, he bought his first Beverly Hills mansion for the same price. He later sold it in 2016 for $3.2 million. In 2016, he bought another Los Angeles home for $6.9 million, but sold it for $6 million in 2019. Styles next purchased a Tribeca, New York penthouse for $8.7 million in 2017. In 2018, he added to his English portfolio by purchasing another house in London for $10.9 million, and then scooped up the neighboring home for an additional $5.5 million. After watching Harry's work in Dunkirk, we have big hopes for the young actor in his upcoming works. We can't wait to see what more this versatile singer and actor has in store for us.